That person who broke you. Think about them for a second. Now think about the one before them. Different face, different name, different story. But something about the dynamic, the push and pull, the way you lost yourself, the way it ended, feels familiar. Like you have been in this movie before. You have, just with different actors. And here is the part nobody tells you. You are not unlucky in love. You are not broken. You are not choosing wrong. You are broadcasting a frequency. And the universe keeps sending you the perfect receiver for that exact signal. The problem is not who you are attracting. The problem is what you are transmitting. Let's build this from the ground up. Your nervous system learned what love feels like before you were old enough to choose anything. In the first years of your life, your brain was in a theta wave state, essentially hypnosis. Everything that happened around you was being recorded directly into your subconscious as the definition of normal. The emotional temperature of your home, the way affection was given or withheld, the way conflict was handled or avoided, the way you had to behave to feel safe, seen, or loved. All of it went in, not as memories you can access and examine, as a felt sense of what intimacy is supposed to feel like, as a nervous system blueprint for what love means. And that blueprint, built by a child with no filter, no context, no ability to say, "This is unhealthy," is the template your adult brain uses to recognize connection. Here is the critical part. The brain does not search for what is good for you. It searches for what is familiar. Familiar and good are not the same thing. They are often opposites. When you meet someone and feel that immediate, electric, inexplicable pull, that sense of, "I have known this person my whole life," your nervous system is not recognizing a soulmate. It is recognizing a pattern. It is saying this person's emotional signature matches the blueprint. This dynamic feels like home, and it pursues it with everything it has. This is why the emotionally unavailable person feels magnetic to someone who learned that love means chasing. This is why the critical partner feels familiar to someone who learned that love means proving your worth. This is why chaos feels like passion to someone who grew up where calm felt dangerous. The nervous system is not malfunctioning. It is doing exactly what it was designed to do. It is going home. The tragedy is that home was never safe to begin with. Now let's bring in Carl Jung. Jung spent his life mapping the parts of ourselves we refuse to see. He called it the shadow. Not the evil parts, the hidden parts, the emotions we were told not to feel, the needs we learned to suppress, the aspects of ourselves that didn't fit the version of us our environment required. We push them down, we disown them. We become very good at not seeing them, but they don't disappear. They go underground, and then they appear in our external world, in the people we are irresistibly drawn to. Jung called this projection. The shadow doesn't vanish when you suppress it. It walks into the room wearing someone else's face, and you fall for it completely. Because you are not falling for them. You are falling for the part of yourself you have never been allowed to meet. The person who infuriates you most. The person you cannot stop thinking about. The person who triggers something in you so deep and so disproportionate that you know, rationally, your reaction makes no sense. That person is not the problem. That person is a mirror. They are showing you something that lives in you, something unresolved, something unintegrated, something that will keep appearing in different faces, different relationships, different contexts, until you turn toward it and look at it directly. This is not comfortable information, I know that. But sit with this for a moment. Every person who has ever destroyed you was also trying to show you something. Not because the universe is cruel, because the universe is precise. It keeps sending you the exact mirror you need until you are ready to look at what is being reflected. Now, come deeper with me. Vahdet-i Vücud says there is only one existence, one consciousness, looking at itself through infinite faces. If that is true, and the quantum entanglement mathematics suggest it is, then the person you keep attracting is not separate from you. They are you. A specific aspect of your unresolved consciousness, wearing a body, showing up in your life to complete a circuit that has been open since before you understood what love was. When you feel that pull, that irrational, overwhelming, I know this is bad for me, but I cannot, stop pull. You are not feeling attraction to another person. You are feeling the gravitational pull of your own unfinished business. The universe bending toward its own completion. The pattern trying to close. And here is what changes everything. Once you understand this, you stop asking, why do I keep attracting the wrong people? You start asking, what is this person showing me about myself that I have not yet been willing to see? That question is not a retreat. That question is the most powerful thing you can do in a relationship. Because the moment you stop seeing the other person as the problem and start seeing them as information, the pattern begins to break. Not because you found someone better, because you became someone different. You stopped broadcasting the frequency that called that dynamic into your life, and the universe, which is always, precisely, perfectly matching your signal, sends you something new. So, what do you actually do with this? First, get quiet enough to feel what familiar actually feels like in your body. Not what you think about someone, what you feel. Where do you feel it? Does excitement feel like anxiety? Does chemistry feel like tension? For many people, the felt sense of attraction and the felt sense of danger are neurologically identical because they were learned at the same time, in the same place, from the same people. Learning to distinguish between genuine resonance and traumatic familiarity is the most important skill you will ever develop in relationships. Second, when a pattern triggers you before you react, ask one question. Is this about them, or is this about something older? Most disproportionate reactions are not about the present. They are about a moment from the past that this moment resembles closely enough to activate the same nervous system response. The person in front of you is not always who your nervous system thinks they are. Give yourself the gap to find out. Third, do the shadow work. Sit with the qualities you most dislike in the people you attract. Write them down. Now ask, where does this quality live in me? Not where did I experience it from others? Where do I do this? Quietly, to myself, or to others? The answer is almost always uncomfortable, and almost always true, and almost always the beginning of the end of the pattern, because here is the final truth. You will keep attracting the same person until you become someone who no longer needs that lesson, not someone who avoids that type of person, someone who has integrated what that type of person was always trying to show them. Avoidance changes the cast. Integration changes the story. You are not cursed. You are not broken. You are not unlucky. You are a consciousness in the process of recognizing itself. Through every person who has ever walked into your life and wrecked it, through every pattern that has repeated, through every mirror that has shown you something you were not ready to see. Until now, change the frequency. The right signal finds you. See you.